Hello, hi, welcome to the Kitch-Em show. I am Em and I'm excited to bring to you one of my favorite kinds of treats. I have this layered pumpkin cream pie and it is amazing. I've already taken a little test bite earlier. Yeah. This is magic. So if you like pumpkin pie but you don't want to go through the process of baking it and having to let it rest, you also like cheesecake, pumpkin cheesecake specifically, but you don't want to go through the process of making that either. This is a good go in between. It does not take very long to make at all. In fact, this recipe is based off of a recipe my mom used to make when I was growing up, a recipe called Striped Delight. It's cream cheese layer, pudding layer, and whipped cream layer. So there's 3 layers and it's striped, which is why it's called Striped Delight. I decided to take that classic recipe and put a little spin on it for autumn, for fall, for all the yumminess that we have this season. So what I did instead of doing chocolate pudding is I did a vanilla pudding mix and mixed in some pumpkin and some of the pumpkin spices that we know and love for pumpkin pie, and use that as one of the layers on top of the cream cheese and with whipped cream. Yeah, it makes this beautiful striped pumpkin-y dessert that you can make in about 10-15 minutes. It does need to go in the fridge to set, but if you're impatient, it doesn't absolutely have to set before you can enjoy it. You could potentially eat it right away, although I do like it ice cold. The pudding has a chance to kind of get thick. The cream cheese has a chance to set and get really creamy, and then the whipped cream on top is just chef's kiss. So if you're interested in how I created this amazing, quick and easy pumpkin-y dessert, then stay tuned. Of course, mise en place, getting all of our ingredients together. I like to let my cream cheese soften for a few hours so that when I put it in the mixer, it whips up nice and fluffy. Although in the mixer, I do add some whipping cream and some sugar so that it is nice and fluffy and light. I don't like it too thick, especially since it can be difficult to spread and you don't want to disturb the graham cracker crust underneath. Mix that up really well. If you have an electric mixer, that's best, or a hand mixer, that's awesome. That will make sure that your cream cheese is super fluffy, super delicious. What I did with this cream cheese layer is I made sure it was thicker around the edge where the sides dip down a little bit. For the pumpkin layer, what I do is I take instant pudding mix. It has to be an instant pudding because it obviously will mix up right away, but also if you make a pudding that you have to cook up, then you have to let it cool before you can put it on the cream cheese layer. And then do about 3/4 of a can of pureed pumpkin. You could do the flavored pumpkin if you want, but I like to add my own spices and sweeteners to taste so that I can have a nice balance of flavors. I'm gonna mix that really well, make sure it gets nice and thick. And then I'm gonna also add in my spices. So I have some ground cinnamon, some cloves, some allspice, and some ginger. Because this is an instant pudding mix, it already has sugar in it, so you do not need to add any sugar. Unless you want to. If you want the diabetes, go right ahead, but otherwise you don't need to. And then for the final layer is whipped cream. Now, my mom always made Striped Delight using Cool Whip. You can use Cool Whip if you like. If you want the freshest whipped cream, whip it up yourself. And I like to do maple syrup in it as the sweetener because it gives it a nice fall vibe without it just being a typical whipped cream. But you can do whatever you like. Again, it's your choice on how you want to approach that. If you're going to do sugar, you can do confectioners or powdered sugar, or you can even do agave or stevia or whatever your choice is. Alright, once your whipped cream is whipped up, now you're going to assemble everything. Add in your pudding, and I'm not going to lie, I really love this pudding mix. Basically did as much as I could in the pie crust without it overfilling. And then finally, with the whipped cream, I had fun smoothing this out as well. I like to completely cover the top of the pie with whipped cream so you can't see the layers below it. So I take it all the way to the crust. This is great to make right before dinner. That way you have it after dinner for a great dessert. I let this set overnight just because I did not feel like having dessert last night for dinner. So now it's dessert time for me, and I'm going to enjoy my pumpkin stripe delight dessert. You also notice that I sprinkled on some orange sugar crystals because I thought that adds one more little layer of color, and yeah. So good. Well, I hope you enjoy this recipe. Again, it's super easy, super quick, super fast, super yummy, especially if you love pumpkin pie and pumpkin cheesecake. It's a nice mix of the two. And that's that for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you end up trying it, or if you have any variations that you've tried of the Stripe Delight recipe, let me know and I will gladly respond. And don't forget to check out the description box where I have some secrets, well, not so secret now, random fun. So answer the secret question and maybe you'll win a prize. I don't know. Maybe the prize is just me saying, hi, you win a gold star today. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for being here and thank you for staying tuned until the end. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Mwah! Bye!